There are moments in life when everything feels slow. Moments when your life looks the same from the outside. Moments when you start questioning yourself. Am I even moving forward? Why does nothing feel different? Why does my heart feel heavy even though I'm trying? But what you don't realize is this. Growth doesn't announce itself. It happens quietly, silently, and often painfully. And the biggest changes in life are the ones you feel last. Today, I want to show you something powerful. 8 signs you're growing, even if you don't feel it. If even one of these feels familiar, then trust me, you're evolving into a stronger version of yourself. Let's begin. Sign 1. You're not comfortable anymore. Growth never begins in comfort. It begins in discomfort. In that strange feeling that your old life doesn't fit you anymore. You may not understand why, but inside you know something is shifting. There's a voice inside you whispering, you're meant for more. When your routines feel boring, when certain people don't feel right, when your old habits no longer satisfy you, that's not frustration, that's transformation. You are not stuck. You are simply outgrowing who you used to be. Sign 2. You question your old habits. There comes a moment when you stop acting on autopilot and you start asking yourself real questions. Why do I keep doing this? Is this good for me? Do I really want this? This moment, this tiny spark of awareness, is one of the strongest signs of growth, because questioning is the beginning of consciousness, and consciousness is the beginning of change. The version of you from last year didn't question anything, but the version of you now, you're becoming more awake, more aware, more intentional. That's growth. Sign 3. You feel more alone than before. This one hurts the most, and many people misunderstand it. When you're growing, you naturally separate from people who no longer match your energy. It's not hate, it's not ego, it's alignment. Life pulls you away from noise, from drama, from chaos, so you can finally hear your own voice. It may feel like loneliness, but it's actually preparation, because every season of growth begins in silence. And silence is where your next chapter is being built. Sign 4. You're making choices that scare you. Growth always feels like fear, not because you're doing something wrong, but because you're stepping into the unknown. You're choosing new paths, new opportunities, new people, new dreams. You're doing things the old version of you would never dare to try. And yes, it's scary, but fear doesn't mean you're on the wrong path. Fear means you're expanding. Every time you feel nervous, uncertain, or shaky, remember this: your comfort zone wants to keep you safe. Your future self wants to make you strong. You choose who wins. Sign 5. You don't react the way you used to maybe. A year ago, one small thing could ruin your entire day. Arguments drained you. Opinions affected you. People's words controlled you. But now, you're calmer, more aware, more controlled. You pause before reacting. You choose silence over unnecessary fights. You understand people without getting angry at them. And the best part, you don't explain yourself anymore. You simply walk away from what doesn't deserve your energy. That's emotional strength. That's maturity. That's growth. Sign 6. You notice red flags faster now. Before, you ignored red flags. You trusted too fast. You loved too deeply. You accepted too much. But now you see more clearly. You pick up on tone, energy, intention, and behavior quickly. You no longer make excuses for people. You no longer force connections. You no longer chase anyone. And this awareness, this ability to see truth without sugarcoating, is one of the strongest signs that you're growing. Because growth teaches you to protect your peace before protecting your feelings. Sign 7. You focus on yourself more than others. There was a time when you lived for others' approval. You wanted validation. You wanted to be liked. You wanted to fit in, but not anymore. Now you choose peace over drama, healing over pretending, boundaries over pleasing, progress over comfort. You are slowly becoming your own priority. And that is a sign of real maturity. You're not selfish. You're self-aware. You're learning that energy is limited and not everyone deserves access to yours. Sign 8. You want better, and you're not afraid to admit it. This is the sign that changes everything. When you finally say out loud, I deserve more. I want better. I'm ready for a new chapter. That's when life starts moving in your favor, because growth begins the moment you stop settling, the moment you raise your standards, the moment you understand your worth. You no longer want the life you had. You want the life you deserve, and you're willing to work for it. That is growth in its purest form. Growth doesn't always feel good. Sometimes it feels like sadness. Sometimes it feels like confusion. Sometimes it feels like losing things, people, and places you once loved. But you're not breaking. You're becoming. You're not lost. You're transitioning. You're not behind. You're evolving. One day, you'll look back and realize this version of you, the one confused, tired, overwhelmed, was actually the strongest one, because this was the version that kept going. So take a breath. Be proud of yourself. Your new chapter is already unfolding, even if you don't feel it yet. Before you go, if this message touched your heart, if it helped you understand your journey a little better, then please support this channel. Hit the like button. It helps the video reach someone who needs it. Subscribe so you don't miss the next powerful story. And share this video with someone who might be silently struggling. Your small support creates a big impact. Thank you for being here. And remember, your story isn't over yet.